Well, see how this goes. I might just get bored. Sure. Let's see what's going on. I was able to get an update um, on my friend. So I was able to talk to him. Uh, he's gonna be okay, I think. Yeah. So what happened was that uh, he fell in the shower and ended up getting something like 3 centimeters, something like in his head of something. I don't know. Thankfully, he has a big head, and from what the doctors told him, uh, the surgery should be like 100% successful. Um, and everyone's having a positive attitude, so it's a good feeling, really is. Because man, I told myself like, hey, you can't have alcohol when you're sad, and I'm not gonna touch it. Even I did tell work that I had to call out. And I went to like a little bit of detail. Like I told them as much as like I would say on here, and they said, hey, don't worry, these things happen. Just try to relax on your day off. So that's what I'm doing. Just laundry. I'm kind of tired personally, but just doing laundry. Nothing exciting really. Just lounging on my day off. Which shit. Part of me was just like, man, I don't want to miss work because I can use the money. But another part of me is just like, hey, just chill out. You're fine. You're gonna be fine. Because I don't want to go back to bad habits. Um, for me personally, before I decided to put myself through treatment, I did not like who I was. So uh, I don't want to go back to that. Oh, you're back. Time to put the sheets in the dryer. About another hour or so. Getting no alcohol for a while because it's becoming too much for me. I was cool with it. When I moved, we got everything done. I just been slowly getting things done. And now that's like, it's just really bad timing, man. You know, but it's okay. You know, once I work tomorrow, I'm gonna let them know that okay, I know that things are being weird right now with me, but I need to work more. Just to be open with them and tell them like, hey, I just kind of want to keep my mind off of my personal life, which is healthy, but because I feel like if I caught myself up or if I, go back to the bad habits, of just doing the dumb shit every day, like that, that's just gonna put me in a crash. and I think I'm done with it. So I think, and I say that up until find another reason, but keeping my cool is my priority. And I'll be around a little bit later. I mean, there's really just like nothing else really going on. Just me spilling my thoughts. One of these days, Lee, we're gonna hang out. But I feel like you work all the time. So well, I guess we're hanging out now. So yeah. Um Now that I'm doing this with like a more of a clear head, uh this is my new home. So far everything's pretty good. Um I worked more hours, but you know, I can't really do anything about that. So uh oh yes I can. I'm sorry. I backtrack. Let me backtrack that. Like I said, I'm gonna mention that tomorrow. Uh Especially with what happened, you know. Um it is what it is, I suppose. So if I have to live on the ranch again, I would too, but no, it's all cool. Yeah, that's the secret, right? Like, because I know my job's still hiring for different positions that I know how to do. So I'm gonna mention that. Just split meat. Because I do like meat cutting. It's just that in order for my job to be as effective as I want it to, um, I have to diversify um, my skill set. So there, in order for me to do that, there would be times where I end up like having a cashier because I know my job's hiring for cashiers. I want a cashier, but um, but yeah, cashiring's weak. But I'll do it. I think I don't like cashiering that much just because like when I first learned how to do it, like with all the POU codes and stuff like that. Um, when I first did it, I thought it was hot shit, you know. Um, Especially because it was like during the pandemic, times of the pandemic, the lines would get like really fucking long, and so I taught myself how to go really fast with my fingers um, on the keys for the PLU codes because a lot of people who were working there they were looking up their uh, PLU codes and stuff like that. And I was like, no, there needs to be more time. And then for some reason, everyone thought I was really fast. And then um, what happened was is that one of my coworkers back in the day, he someone from corporate came by and he showed he was a lazy piece of shit. But when he has to, he can work. But then what he did was that he accused me of putting in the wrong PLU code for an apple, and it just put the idea in everyone's head. It was like, oh well, he's just pretending to be fast. I'm like, come on, you know, just tell me that it happened, and then I'll work on it. But uh, we used to what they used to do is that they had a scoreboard like scanning items per minute, and I wouldn't even be on the list. And I was like, what are you guys doing? Like, why, you know? Later on, finding out that I was putting a lot of people to shame. So, and then I remember one customer saying, "Oh, well, you're fast, but you're not really talking to anybody." I'm like, "Huh? What?" Yeah, your customer service is kind of lacking. I'm like, what do you want from me? You know. Of course, I didn't say anything like that, but I usually talk to people. Usually, if they end up getting something that I was interested in, or if they end up getting alcohol or any meats and stuff like that. Like I was talking to people. I have my favorite customers, but it only takes one for how that store was ran. It only takes one for them to freak out, you know, and just say, "Oh, well, we can't cashier anymore." Even though I was doing it for like 7 months, nobody was telling me anything unless if they had to. Kind of, you know, kind of yellow belly to really, but so from that point on, they put me in night crew again, and I hated it so freaking much. Uh, when I work night shifts, for me, I don't have any more energy. So um, if I were to eat something, then I'd be kind of like already depressed that I have to wake up in the middle of the night to go to work. There's a lot of paranoia going on with me because I wasn't getting enough sunlight. And the job in of itself wasn't hard. It's not hard to stock shelves, even though for that store, because it's kind of like a warehouse, um, it can be very difficult. And but the way that I felt that it was ran was not fair to to freak out on people who show up in the middle of the night. For back then, it was a minimum wage job, and man, sometimes they just beat up your ass for whatever reason, and it made me very paranoid. So I, you know, I was not having fun. So. Um, But when I worked 4 p.m. to 1 a.m., those shifts are the best times of my life. I'm building displays and stuff like that, you know. But so yeah. Anyways, I'll be around.